Hello fellow brick builders, my name is Brickbuilt Replicas. Welcome back to another video, and this time I brought to life another Brickbuilt replica in 1:1 scale. This is the M1014 shotgun featured in Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Now this build was done for part of a collaboration with some of my other friends over at Gamerlug. If you want to see the entire showcase featuring all of our builds from Rainbow Six Siege of the defense operators, go ahead and check out the link down below in the description to Beyond the Bricks interview. Also, just be sure to stick around for the whole entire video. I've got a lot of functions to show in this entire showcase. I made it a little bit longer because there are a lot more features and things to talk about. And also, if you guys stick around to the end, be sure to like the video, subscribe down below, and click on that notification bell so you don't miss any new videos or past videos coming from my channel. Although I've never personally played Rainbow Six Siege, it has been a highly requested build on my channel, and remember, if you guys want to see some builds brought to life out of my LEGO bricks, then be sure to leave some comments down below because I'm always open to try new video game builds as well. So to start off this build, this life-size M1014 shotgun was built with around 1,000 individual LEGO pieces. In total, this beast of a creation weighs about 3 pounds, and it's also one of the most sturdy creations I've built. Most of the features that I'll be going over in this build are similar to many of my other builds, including this working charging handle / bolt, and working trigger that's standard to all my builds nowadays, but this is also the first time that I've actually included a loading shells mechanism for a shotgun build. Now, one of the biggest problems for me when designing this gun was actually in the stock, because the original design was made with one Mixel's ball joint, and as you could probably tell, it broke a lot, so I had to take it all apart and reinforce it with the help of Technic beams, which makes it extremely sturdy. I also built the cheek rest with studs going in a ton of directions, that way I could incorporate as many slopes as possible and make it really comfortable. The stock itself was also built really rounded using bricks in multiple directions, including upside down, and it was just made with a bunch of tiling work as well and some smooth paneling on the back. Now, for those of you who have stuck around with my channel for a while, you'll notice that grips aren't necessarily something that I've always been good at, but this method, I believe, is finally an effective version of combating that problem using slopes, and it provides a little bit of a gap there, but there are ways to make it a lot better. This version in particular was just focused on making it sturdy, and it does that job excellently. The trigger mechanism is also very simple, just connected through a rubber band on the inside, and it's hanging from a Technic pin that allows it to basically move back and forth. The rubber band's also made really tight so that the springiness in the trigger can be felt, and it gives it a nice realistic feel to when you're pulling it. This LEGO M1014 also features a sling on the side that allows you to attach different types of charms, just as you can in the game. And also I built the 6 logo here for one charm, and my friend Nick Brick has built a miniature version of Ash for the second charm. Now, the sights were also really fun to make because this rear sight was actually built using a LEGO magnifying glass piece, which is kind of ironic because the piece itself doesn't actually magnify the sight. The front sight was also angled using some of the new 2x2 wedge plates attached to some minifigure neck brackets on the side. Now, the railing was a really cool design because I believe this is actually the first time that I've ever uploaded a build using ingots as the tactical rail. This is one of my new favorite pieces to use. You'll see it a lot on this entire M1014 shotgun. But what's really nice about these ingots is it actually allows you to rest sights right on top of it. As you can see here, here's the reflex sight that Nick Brick had designed. If you want a link to it, go ahead and check his Dropbox that he has on his Twitter. But also, the reflex sight just fits loosely inside of the tactical rail and gives the M1014 a really nice look overall. I'm really happy with the way this one turned out. The bolt mechanism is movable using a rubber band on the inside, something similar that I've done on my AK. The only problem with this one is that there's actually a lot of friction on the inside, which isn't really anything that I can fix, but I do lift up on the pieces a little bit to allow the bolt to slide a little bit easier. And it's overall just like a really nice polished feel because, again, this rubber band is actually a really tight one, so it's able to contract really quickly. The barrel isn't really anything too fancy. The bottom part of it was the most intricate to make because there's so many stud changes and width changes, so I did that with the use of a bunch of tire pieces and attached it underneath with some plate supports. It's also got some of the open holes in the barrel at the bottom as well that was made using some new rounded plates and tiles. Now, this wouldn't be a complete siege build if it didn't include the impact grenades. These are actually a really cool design I came up with the day before leaving for the convention. But what it's made up of is a Lowell sphere design as well as a spring, so the actual design allows you to pull out the pin with the spring that pops up. It's made using a Technic spring brick on the inside, and once again, if you guys do want a tutorial for these impact grenades, do leave a comment down below and like the video as well so I can get your guys' feedback. And I believe this impact grenade creates a very nice addition to the Rainbow Six Siege armory that I built in this video. And with that, we're pretty much coming to a close on this video here. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave that like down below and subscribe. Don't forget to check out some of my other builds as well. I've included links to playlists in the end screen coming up if you guys want to binge watch more Brickbuilt Replicas. And also, once again, if you guys have suggestions for different types of video game builds, go ahead and leave them down below in the comments. I always read through every single one of them. As always, fellow brick builders, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in another video once I finish another Brickbuilt Replica.